In today's Leeds news, Zetterer deal decision point, attacking creativity a priority, Flemming price but interest questioned, and Leeds reportedly make harder move. Friday, the 28th of August, here at the Leeds View, which is daily Leeds United news. We do these from a Monday to the Friday, as well as a watch along and an instant match reactions weekends, 2 podcasts a week. Check all that out. Towards the back end of the video, we'll link all that stuff for you. It's deathly quiet around Elland Road right now. 4 days to go in the transfer window. Probably getting to the stage of thinking we might not get all the business done that we need to get done. And I know from the comments section over the last couple of days, that feeling is starting to get wider and deeper with everybody who watches the content and watches what Leeds have been doing this summer. There is a deal looking like it's going to get done, but the rest of them look like we're probably not going to get everyone we want. They do need to start getting their skates on with 4 days left to go. We'll get into that over the course of today's news. By the way, Leeds have launched the Adidas Originals range. You've been asking about this for months. The t-shirt that Jaden Bogle and Muharmovic were wearing in their signing pictures over the last couple of weeks. The tracksuit tops are all there. All the links for that to support this channel are down below, all officially through our Leeds United official partnership with Fanatics. Check all that if you want it. Let's crack on and get into today's news. Not a lot. Right, we'll start off with Michael Zetterer. And yesterday afternoon, we got the news that Lucas Perri had completed his move from Leeds United to Torino. He is moving on a season-long loan with the option now having a final payout of 14 million euros, so about 12-ish million pounds, 11.5 million pounds, and Leeds will also receive 1 million euro up front as a loan fee, so getting a little bit of money in at least right now. So that means that Michael Zetterer surely is on his way into Leeds. Well, that depends on what you read. There are mixed reports on this. Last night reports came out that Zetterer was still considering his options and might not necessarily be moving to Leeds. He was going to take the next 48 hours to consider whether he wants to move, which would bring Leeds right up to Sunday, Monday time with a deadline on Tuesday and still more business to do. But other people who are far closer to this story appear to have the right scoop on this. Florian Plettenberg says that Leeds United improved their offer on this one and it's likely to get done. Zetterer will join Leeds United on a permanent deal and is said to be travelling to Leeds for his medical to join up with Daniel Farke's squad. He visited Leeds last week. It was believed at that stage that he might be doing his medical. That's now just been changed to, it was a case that he was coming to check out Yorkshire, have a look around the place. And that was seen as having a big impact on his decision to join Leeds United. Now, the Yorkshire Post, as well as BBC's Adam Pope, have also said that Zetterer has been given permission to complete his move to Leeds United. And he is finalising that detail while he travels for his medical. So Leeds do look like they're going to get signing number 5 over the line, get it in the door, but they do now need to speed up. Over the course of this summer, Leeds United's speed of deal between announcing a deal with a player and signing the player and getting him in a jersey has been anything between 5 and 9 days. Now, coming into the last couple of days, that changes. Hasn't had a massive impact yet, but Leeds still have got a striker, left-back cover, possibly another centre-back that Daniel Farke has said he wants, as well as getting this sorted out, and maybe an attacking midfielder still to do. And it does not feel like Leeds are going to be able to get all of that work done in 4 days. Never know. You never know, but it does feel like not all of them are going to happen. Let's talk about one that is needed, though. So Daniel Farke, for nearly 4 summers now, has looked for an attacking, creative player in each window, whether it was a number 10 or an inside forward or a hybrid 10 winger. And each summer, Daniel Farke has gone right down to the end of the window in press conferences saying that he needs individual quality in the final third and he might not get it. Now here we are again with 4 days to go. After the first game of the season this year, it was pretty apparent that Leeds still needed a bit of creativity and someone to unlock the door in the final third. Yes, we got a win, but it was from a dead ball. And Leeds still need to have a look at that. Daniel Farke himself, after the game against Forest, reiterated his need for Leeds to bring in individual quality. And it's something we heard him talk about all last season. So far this summer, there have been an absolute host of players in that position linked with moves to Leeds United. We've heard about the shortlist. Leeds admire this player, but haven't yet made a move or are not actively pursuing right now. We've seen Igor Pajau, Pavel Schulz, Mikhailo Mudryk, Julian Brandt, Alaj Begovic, even Edward Spurchan earlier in the transfer window, all linked as players who can fulfill that role. And at the time of recording, none of them have materialised in a Leeds United shirt just yet. Leeds' speed this summer hasn't really had a negative impact on Daniel Farke's squad. In fact, we've started the season incredibly well after a very solid pre-season. On top of that, the World Cup has definitely had its impact in not just Leeds, but every single side ability to do transfers this summer. But while the rest of the market appears to be speeding up over the last 48 hours, Leeds appear to still be sitting in the let's just wait and make our move when the timing is right. And that may or may not prove to be a smart move for Leeds. Leeds' record on deadline day isn't very, very good. For every Rafinha, there is a Cody Gakpo, a Bamba Dieng, and even a Harry Wilson. Last summer, our deadline day stories tend to end up wrapping around a plane on a tarmac, or players changing their mind, or deals just purely running out of time, which we talked and saw last season with Harry Wilson, and Parag Marathe brought up again when he was interviewed in the US this summer. So Leeds will want to not fall into those same pitfalls again this summer. So for me, Leeds do need to get their business done pretty lively. As I say, it's deathly quiet. Some would say it's too quiet around the place, but that could be a very positive thing as well. It could mean that Leeds are trying to get those final bits and pieces done. But the attacking third is the glaring position that Leeds United are lacking real quality in. Yes, we've got Noah Okafor, and yes, we've got Harry Wilson, but you're one injury away from DCL, Wilson and Okafor from questioning just how deep that Leeds United bench actually is. We've excellent competition now in the defensive areas. Arguably need one more defender. The goalkeeper position is getting sorted out, but in that attacking third, for me, we need to finally give Daniel Farke the one player and the one position he has repeatedly asked for over the last couple of years, and not go into another season wondering where the individual quality will come in the final third, or if we get an injury, where the replacement for that player is going to be. So still a lot of work to do. Do I think Leeds are going to get all this business done? No, I don't now, but I do think they need to prioritise certain roles. At this point, there's going to be sacrifices, you would imagine, having to be made. They had done it once before. They brought 5 players in a week when they're in the championship, so they can do it, but we'll see. Let's move on and talk about 2 players that have been linked. So on the striker links, as I say, it's quiet, probably too quiet, but one of the names that has been floating around the edges of Leeds United's transfer business all summer is Burnley striker Zian Flemming. Now, Leeds apparently, according to Team Talk, have been told what the asking price for Zian Flemming is, and it's as little as £8.6 million. Now, the Dutch striker coming to Leeds isn't going to get a lot of you watching this very excited, but it should be pointed out that he did manage to score 11 Premier League goals last season in just 1,800 minutes. Dominic Calvert-Lewin, for comparison, scored 14 goals in 2,700 minutes, so 3 extra goals in about 1,000 or 900 additional minutes. So Leeds and Lille are both labelled right now to be the 2 clubs that are interested in making a move for Flemming. But Flemming doesn't exactly fit exactly what Leeds are looking for this summer. If we were to go back 12 months ago, he's the right height, he's the right position, he's the right age, he's the right profile of player that Leeds would have brought in last summer. This summer, Leeds are believed to be looking for a far younger profile. Zian Flemming is 28 years of age, and that is the one area that doesn't tick the box on what Leeds are looking for this summer. Leeds are believed to want a younger striker and a younger profile of player to come in, and it remains to be seen what Leeds will do there. It's another reason why Leeds apparently also didn't make a move for Demirovic over the course of this summer. Lille on this one are still very much seen as the favourites. Leeds' level of interest in this one's been labelled as interested, but haven't made a move for the player or haven't put a bid in. Same with a lot of players that we've been linked with over the course of this summer. They've inquired about them, they've looked at them, haven't actually put any money on the table just yet for it. But one to keep an eye on, he is expected to move away from Burnley in the next couple of days. We'll see. Let's move on. Right, one that's been circling the drain for a few days now, and according to reports in Italy and in Germany, there is suggestions that Leeds may have made their move for Conrad Harder. Corriere dello Sport and Bild both believe the Leeds United have submitted a tentative loan with an option to buy bid for RB Leipzig's Conrad Harder. Now, the terms that I'm using on this are possibly, may have, could have. All of that is important information because this is not coming from local media. Sevilla and Lazio are both also labelled as interested parties in Conrad Harder. Both of them are believed to have already held talks with the players' representatives. From Leeds' side, or what the media in Germany and Italy is saying, is that Leeds' loan with an option is rumoured to be about £14.5 million come the end of next season. The loan with the option is believed to be because Leeds want to see if the player can adjust to life in the Premier League without committing a huge amount of money up front. However, it is significantly less than RB paid for Conrad Harder last summer when they signed him. So £14.5 million does feel very much below what they would consider as an asking price. Now, on top of this, for me, this doesn't exactly fit in what the 49ers are going for. If you look at the option with the caveat of will he cut it in the Premier League, we're not sure. That would suggest to me that the 49ers are aware that they're not bringing in a proven entity in terms of a goal scorer. Very much a project, very much a player with high potential and a high ceiling in the future, but not a proven goal scorer at this level right now, and very much still a gamble. And that doesn't necessarily feel to me like the kind of a move the 49ers tend to go for. If you look at Leeds' deals over the course of this summer, a lot of the players coming in are relatively proven entities, at least in the leagues they came in from. Leeds are believed to still have a fair amount of available funds should they need to make moves. It's not the same situation as in January last year when Leeds put a loan with an option to buy Jurgen Strand Larsen in. That was down to PSR. This summer, it just feels very much like there's a doubt whether the player would cut it in the Premier League. And again, that doesn't, for me, feel like a move the 49ers would make. So for me, I don't necessarily believe this one, but I could be completely wrong on this, and it could be exactly what Leeds are looking for. He fits the age demographic, the profile in general fits what Leeds would probably look at. The output of goals isn't necessarily there. A couple of people have commented on the last couple of days as well in the comments that, what are we missing here? You know, is this exactly the player we should be looking for? If you're looking for genuine competition for Dominic Calvert-Lewin in terms of goals, no, probably not. But we'll have to see what Leeds do in the next couple of days. But for me, I know we lead left back cover. I think we can survive without it like we did last year. Maybe Jayden Leno can step up if he needs to. I think the priorities for me are in the attacking third of the pitch. I think we need another attacking midfielder, and I think we need another striker. We'll see. Let me know your thoughts down below. Anything major happens, I'll be back later on this evening. Watch along on Sunday for the game against Brentford, as well as the instant match reaction and some form of a transfer talk or wrap up for the window as we get ready to do our live stream on Tuesday night for the last 2 hours of the transfer window as per usual. You can check that out if you want to. Outside that, if you could stick a like and subscribe on the channel, that would be fantastic. And check out the Leeds United originals that are now being released on the Fanatic sites. Details of that down below. Talk to you soon. See ya. Bye.